In a surprising late-night TV announcement, South Korean President Yoon Sukyeol declared martial law, catching the world off guard. The entertainment industry felt the impact too, with many celebrities and idols voicing their opinions on the unfolding situation. As you may know, Yoon Sukyeol won the South Korean presidency in 2022 by a slim margin, but his time in office has been marked by constant controversies and low public approval, struggling to get legislation passed, especially with the opposition Democratic Party dominating the parliament. His conflicts with lawmakers has intensified day by day. Calls for his impeachment grew stronger, culminating in a shocking move on December 3rd. In a televised address, Yoon declared martial law, accusing the opposition of betraying the country and supporting North Korea. The last time martial law was declared was in 1980 after a military coup led by Chun Doo-hwan following the passing of President Park Chung-hee in 1979. After the announcement, police blocked off the National Assembly with vehicles, and soldiers were seen entering the building. Martial law troops even broke a window to force their way into the main building. Yoon's announcement was vague on specific measures, but sources like Yonhap revealed details from the military order. The decree suspends political activities, closes parliament, and allows arrest without warrants. It also makes spreading fake news and actions that threaten democracy criminal offenses. Those who break these rules could face arrest or raids without approval. Reuters noted that protests, strikes, and disruptions are also forbidden. This order gives the government extensive power to control actions, making it easier to silence opposition and maintain control over political and social movements. The decree also severely limits citizens' freedom of expression and protest. The announcement sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry as well, prompting the cancellation of numerous events on December 3rd, according to 10 Asia. Exclusive reports revealed that major entertainment agencies began instructing their artists to cancel appearances starting December 4th as they highlighted the difficulty of holding festivals or events during martial law. An industry insider explained that hosting events under such circumstances is too unpredictable, leading to a sweeping decision to cancel schedules. While government-organized festivals were expected to be halted, private events like concerts, fan meetings, and company-led activities also faced great uncertainty. A representative from an entertainment agency described the situation as an unprecedented crisis, adding, "We are monitoring developments in real time." Singer Lee Seung-kwan was one of the first to call off his concerts on December 4th and 5th, expressing regret for what was happening and offering full refunds for his fans. Many TV schedules were also adjusted, with regular programs replaced by special news coverage of the situation. One show affected was You Quiz on the Block, which was supposed to feature Blackpink's Rosé. As of December 4th, there has been no official update on whether the episode will air. However, TVN has stated that a final decision will be made following internal discussions. The year-end award ceremonies were also quickly put on hold, and celebrities scheduled to attend were informed of the change. Given the drastic changes, it was impossible for idols to stay silent as the situation impacted both their work and the lives of everyone around them. MONSTA X I.M was the first idol to address the news, likely because he was the one who had to share it. To give some context, since July 2024, I.M has been hosting the popular Kiss the Radio show on KBS Cool FM. On December 3rd, he took over the late-night broadcast, airing from 10 p.m. to midnight KST. However, just 30 minutes into the show, around 10:30 p.m., President Yoon announced martial law, leaving the nation in shock. During the broadcast, I.M broke the news about the president's declaration, making history as the first K-pop idol to report such an event live. He states, "Here's breaking news. This evening, President Yoon Sukyeol declared emergency martial law." After the announcement, he's seen lowering his head and biting his lip as if lost in thought, obviously shaken up by the news. The clip quickly spread across social media, with many sympathizing and recognizing how terrified he must have felt, especially since 3 of his fellow band members are currently enlisted in the military. Being from Gwangju, a city deeply tied to Korea's history with martial law, made people feel even more for I.M. One Twitter user wrote, "I really feel for him, can only imagine having to announce this news and keeping your cool when internally your world changes." Another one said, "This actually makes me want to throw up. I can't even imagine what was going through his head when he had to say this." Soloist Bibi also discovered the martial law declaration in real time while hosting a live stream on Instagram. At first, viewers and fans were puzzled as to why she even went live during such a tense moment for the country, making them think that she was going to address the situation at hand. However, Bibi appeared to be unaware of the news as she focused on interacting with her fans. That is, until comments started flooding in, urging her to check what was happening. Confused, she glanced at her phone off camera, and once she became aware of the events, she abruptly ended the stream without saying anything further. Her reaction became viral on social media, with people offering their thoughts. Some speculated the moment was staged, questioning how someone living in South Korea with access to a phone could be unaware of the situation. One commenter expressed disbelief, suggesting the scenario felt set up. However, others pointed out that the announcement came late at night for Korean citizens, which is why most of them didn't know what was going on, Bibi included. A user even said, "The country did not alert people, they didn't even send emergency message, what do you expect from her?" Some people felt sympathy for her, imagining the anxiety she must have felt, especially since she appeared shaken on camera. However, as of December 4th, she has yet to share her own thoughts on the situation. Another idol who seemingly reacted to the situation was G-Dragon. Following the martial law announcement, poet Ha Sung-wook posted a photo on his Instagram account from his poetry collection, Not Turning Off the Lights Before Lying on the Bed, featuring the words, "Just shut up and go away." The photo had no caption or context, leaving it unclear who the words were meant for. However, since it was posted shortly after the announcement, many interpreted it as a subtle critique of President Yoon Sukyeol's actions. What got a lot more attention was the fact that G-Dragon liked the picture. Although he didn't directly comment, his response to the post has sparked speculation that he agrees with the message and opposes the martial law decision, which wouldn't be surprising at all. After the announcement, there was also a noticeable surge in searches for G-Dragon's album Coup d'etat. The album's title, meaning a military or government-led overthrow, topped Melon's search rankings, and so did G-Dragon himself. In addition, the music video for the title track, released in 2013, saw a sharp increase in views and comments on YouTube. However, in addition to obviously being worried about the citizens of South Korea, international fans couldn't help but wonder what would happen to those currently enlisted in the military. Reports stated that the discharge dates for soldiers scheduled to leave the military would be delayed, causing concern. As a user pointed out though, in a country where thousands are drafted into the military against their will, and the army is set to deal with protests and political opposition, it's understandable to be concerned about what these soldiers will be forced to do. The general feeling was one of deep concern for the men who would be sent out in the middle of the night to enforce the president's decisions against their own fellow citizens in such an unprecedented situation. The situation didn't last too long though, due to the quick reaction of people and lawmakers. Even though troops briefly occupied the National Assembly, sealing it off, landing helicopters on the roof, and barring lawmakers from entering, 190 lawmakers managed to gather inside, unanimously voting to overturn Yoon's martial law order. The citizens didn't sit still either, as they gathered in large numbers, with many calling for Yoon's arrest. Due to all of this, the president had no choice but to reverse the martial law order just hours after implementing it. He reinforced his claims that the opposition party was obstructing his government's efforts, calling on lawmakers to end their manipulation of legislation. Military personnel withdrew from the National Assembly building as the decision was overturned. The Democratic Party, the leading opposition, has also demanded Yoon step down or face impeachment, accusing him of undermining the Constitution and democracy. They urged him to resign willingly, warning they would not remain passive in the face of his actions. Once the martial law was lifted, events resumed as planned. On December 4th, Lee Sung-won updated his Instagram once again, expressing apologies for the confusion and announcing that his event, like a black and white movie, would take place as scheduled. He shared his excitement to meet fans with more stories and music. Performances by groups like Infinite and Dynamic Duo are set to proceed as originally planned. KBS also confirmed that all programs, including the awards show, will continue without changes. However, this doesn't mean that things will go back to normal right away. President Yoon's actions have caused widespread turmoil throughout South Korea. The Korean Confederation of Trade Unions, representing over 1 million workers, is now on strike, demanding Yoon step down, and protests are still ongoing, asking for his immediate resignation or impeachment. The events still feel unreal, leaving many, including idols and celebrities, struggling to process what happened in a matter of few hours. Though they haven't directly addressed the situation, it's clear that the impact is being deeply felt.